愚かにも程がある。私はあなたを殺すんですよ。私はあなたの先輩なんかじゃない。すべて嘘だったってあれだけ言ってまだわからないんですか、あなたは。
Well, I mean, you're trying to kill Roa. Maybe I get lucky and you kill the Roa out of me and I also become immortal.
Maybe? I don't know.
She almost spits out the words. Her face remains composed, but her body shudders with rage and irritation, or immeasurable sadness that she actually has to do this.
知ってる。先輩はずっと俺を騙してきた。シエル先輩なんていう人は初めから嫌しなかったんだって。
Or at least I get that that's what you would like me to believe.
Yeah, something like that, I guess.
分かっているならどうして。
いいんだ。先輩が嘘でも関係ない。俺はすごく楽しかった。先輩と過ごした時間は先輩にとってはどうでもいい時間だったかもしれないけど。
Yeah. She brought me something I never should have had. Something I'd lost sight of in my fear of the future. Of death. An utterly mundane bit of happiness that I'd given up on long ago. And I'm okay with that. The girl I loved might have been a fabrication, but the salvation she brought was very real.
だからいいんだ。
These 2 weeks have been the best days of my life. If I let hatred sour them now, I really will have lost everything. Just because they weren't real to CL doesn't make them false. As long as they mean something to me, they'll always be half true. It isn't a lot to die for, but if my life is the price, then so be it.
そんなことのために命を投げ捨てるんですか。望みは、あなたの望みというのはその程度のものなんですか。
そっか。やっぱり小さいかな。
But it's the second most important thing I can think of. I racked my brain, but I can only think of one other thing I want.
私、いろいろな人を見てきましたけど。
She takes a step closer.
あなたほどバカな人は初めてでした。
Yeah.
She places the barrel of her gun over my heart. But she doesn't pull the trigger. I wonder what's stopping her. She stares at me with hollow eyes. I've seen the same emotionless gaze several times now. Enough to know that it doesn't mean that she's heartless. It's just that when push comes to shove, she can't avert her eyes from reality, so her only choice is to suppress her own emotions. She's right. I really am an idiot. Only now am I realizing that it's herself, not me, that this expression is meant to fool.
忘れていました。最後に懺悔を聞いておかないといけません。
That's what it is, huh? Okay.
これでも神職ですから。
そうですか。懺悔なんてないけど、一つだけ聞いていいかな。
はい。手短にお願いします。
すぐ済む。どうして先輩はそんなに泣きそうな顔をしてるのかなって思って。
She reacts with surprise. I sense the slightest tremble.
私は泣いてなんていません。
Her face is a vision of cold denial. But I cock my head in confusion. There's no denying the evidence in my eyes.
泣きそうな顔に見える。どうしてかわからないけど。
それはあなたの錯覚です。私は何も感じていませんから。
Yep.
私にある感情は人間として死にたいというものだけです。それ以外の感情なんてない。
I mean, I've seen Carnival Phantasm, Senpai. Her answer makes me desperately sad. How ironic. Now, at the very end, I can see right through her.
ひどいな。最後まで先輩は俺に嘘をつくのか。
No reply. Her body goes still, as though she's frozen over.
あなたこそ嘘をついてる。ここで私に殺されることが望みなんて思ってはいないでしょう。
当然だろ、そんなの。死んだら何もないじゃないか。一応経験があるからそれぐらいは分かってる。本音を言えば生きていたいけど、ただ生きているのはもうダメらしくて。
That's right. I'm all out of options. Even if I somehow got out of this crater alive, there's no hope waiting for me on the outside. All the remains of Shikitono would soon disappear, and the tragedy of 13 years ago would play out again in Soya. But that's not what would hurt the most. It's that I'd have to live without CL. That more than anything else, I couldn't bear.
今まですごく楽しかったんだ、先輩。
Yeah.
有彦と俺と先輩でバカな話をしているときは悪くなかった。
All I want to do is have that back, even though I'll never see it come to pass.
俺はずっとあのままの時間が続いてほしかった。
As the words pass my lips, a deep peace comes over me. It might only have been an illusion. It might never have been more than a distant mirage. But what is a mirage if not dearer for being more beautiful than reality? I'm far beyond anybody's help. Still, if I can die with that dream in my heart, perhaps that'll be some kind of salvation. Idiotic, she whispers. Her gun shifts slightly in her hands. With a metallic creak, it presses harder against my chest. Just a little more. A fingernail's breadth, and it'll draw blood. Then she'll take one step forward, and this'll all be over. But she stays where she is. Her unfeeling eyes bore into mine over the barrel of her gun. She bites her lip, hard.
そっか。
It must be difficult with me staring back at her.
Oh.
I don't want to see her like this any longer myself. Maybe I can make things a little easier for her. I close my eyes and wait for the cold bite of steel. My heart pounds in my chest. Even my newfound acceptance isn't enough to dispel my sickness and my chills. My throat burns. My fingers tremble uncontrollably. Death at her hands is probably the best conclusion I could hope for, but I guess I'm a coward to the end.
Heavy breathing sounds?
I try my best to still my breathing. One easy 10-centimeter thrust and I'll be nothing more than a lifeless sack of meat. My brain teetering on the brink of madness, my sharpened senses, my regenerating body. Everything tells me that my humanity is long gone. I should have known this was coming, yet my heart is shuddering in fear. I wonder if there'll be anything left of it once this is over.
Yeah.
I keep my eyes closed and try to hold myself still.
Breathing's getting out of control, though.
It'll probably hurt when the stake goes in.
Yeah.
Terrified as I am, feeling nothing at all, not even fear, seems somehow even worse. Sweat beads on my forehead. Every fiber of my being is focused on not making a sound. I'll go quietly and cleanly into death. Hopefully that'll spare her some guilt. I hear a breath,
どうして
a strained whisper.
どうしてそんな
The spike against my chest wavers.
私を恨まないでいられるんですか
No, not the spike. The waver is in her voice.
私はあなたを殺そうとしているん
And
ですよ
he's trying to help.
Yeah, I'm trying to make it easier for you.
Right.
騙して裏切ってこうして残酷に追い詰めているのになんでそんな穏やかな顔してるんですか
Well, he's not
あなたは
calm, but
CL takes a step forward, but her bayonet stays put.
答えなさい私はあなたを殺すんですあなたの都合なんて関係なくただ一方的に殺そうとしているんです
Threaten me with a good time, why don't you?
ならせめて私を恨まないとあなたは報われないじゃないですか
Her fiery voice goads me. It's not fair. I'm just about made peace with my fear, but this might cause me to break
そ
down.
れとも本当にバカなんですかあなたは私はあなたを汚らわしい吸血鬼として処理するんですなのにどうして
Why? I thought we've been over this already.
だってそれは先輩のせいじゃないだろう。
yeah, you're not the reason Ro is here.
Snick. The tip of her bayonet pierces my skin. A wet warmth blossoms across my chest. Sparks burst in the flesh of every muscle, in the marrow of my every bone. All the headaches I've ever had pale next to this. My wound is shallow, but the corrosive touch of the seventh holy scripture flays my mind alive.
痛いでしょ本来なら無痛で消してあげられるのに
Oh,
こうしてわざとあなたを苦しめているんです今まであなたに付き合わされた分こうでもして楽しまないと帳尻が合いませんから
you really just want him to hate you at the end, huh?
Her voice cracks as she speaks. The bayonet digs deeper into my flesh. Sweat erupts from every pore in my body. I think my organs might spew out of my mouth.
ほら私が憎いでしょ
Observe! See what a terrible person I am!
I see, yes.
だから早く恨んでください私に裏切られたって私なんか信用しなければよかったって言ってくださいそうでないと私
I mean,
あなたを殺すことが
By stepping
できないじゃ
forward
ないですか
slightly?
yeah. Actually, with the bayonet in, she probably could just sit there and it will happen eventually.
I hear the desperation in her shaking voice. This all seems so backwards. Shouldn't she be relieved I'm not holding anything against her? Why is she so intent on being hated? It's like she needs to make herself the villain, as though she thinks that's her punishment. She's like a child on the verge of tears. I can't bear to add to her burdens.
まさか先輩を恨むことなんてできない。
やめてくださいなんで最後までそんなことを言うんですか悪いのは私であなたは被害者だって言うのに
Well, you're not wrong about that. He's definitely just a victim in all this.
Yeah, he didn't ask for any of this stuff to happen to him.
She's just as much a victim as I am. However, this turns out, I don't have long before Roa takes control. I have to kill him before that can happen. Before I repeat CL's mistakes.
Worse than you already have, anyway.
And if the only way is to die myself, then that's what I'll do.
いいんだ。先輩は悪くないよ。それよりごめん。こんな役目を先輩に押し付けて。
Just stop. she whispers as the metal pressure on my chest withdraws a fraction of an inch.
ダメ。私はロアを見逃すことなんてできない。
Her bayonet sways, but I'm sure it'll steady soon.
そんなこと許されないんです。遠野くん。
Seventh Holy Scripture settles over my heart.
I hear CL draw in a deep breath. Even with my eyes closed, I can feel her finger squeezing the trigger. A metallic click announces my end. But in the instant before it comes,
ありがとう。
Oh, God.
たとえ嘘でも
Oh. Yeah, he
先
didn't
輩が
use her
先
name.
輩でいてくれてよかった。
no, he never uses her name.
I know.
They keep putting her name in the text, but he's never once used it.
Maybe once, but...
I leave behind my last and dearest testament. I hear a voice.
I think she pulled her shot.
It's racked with sobbing. Inconsolable wailing like you might hear from a 12-year-old. You're doing a real bang-up job of killing Roa here, CL.
Well...
Metal drops to the floor with a clang. A hole in the wall shows where her stake missed its mark.
Yeah. Couldn't do it.
The voice finally manages to rein itself in. I slowly open my eyes, knowing who it belongs to. Jeffrey Dahmer.
Sure.
Oh no, it's CL. Who would have guessed? The person before me isn't the CL of moments ago. She's just an ordinary girl, lost and alone, with tears trickling down her downcast face. Her hands are empty. Her weapon lies abandoned on the ground. The round that should have pierced my heart grazed my flank instead.